door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door does not care. This door can only be opened with a key.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. Ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them. Everything points to the dock workers' union. The belt used for hanging him, the circumstance, which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, one loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the debarders' union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past.
Good. A power move. Purposefully, but aren't you curious to know?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting my...
Just a moment. And there's no public phone?
The closest phone booth is down the coast.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again. Oh, please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into.
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. I was also hoping she'd heard.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. But you have more important things to worry about.
More important than a missing expedition? I don't know.
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast.
The waterlock, that was broken. Could this be it?
Oh, sweetie. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him. Oh my. What happened to the water lock? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you.
You're welcome.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast...
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tanked. Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But...
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Ah, yes. Phasmatodia. A diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs. Oh, yeah. Here comes the
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living, hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up
To be honest, this animal sounds like a cryptid. You wouldn't happen to be searching for some kind of gnome of Jeroma.
I smell pseudoscience, he's thinking.
It's simply elusive. So much.
Establishment. I thought so.
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself? Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about, of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the insulin. Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for them. Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very... Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type. Yes, guess what's yours? No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, liquid shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go? No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Who told you that? Fine, yeah, it looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know. So, yes?
thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Goranci Quebec. Please, it's not funny. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. He smiles and bangs his ladle again. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dish. He looks up at you, then looks away. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door. You see a heavy steel door the door does not. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather it was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranise Pharmacie. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued. The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records.
This is a fun challenge for her, an opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Glad to help. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for you then. 57th, over.
In the cabin, you see a set of...
Looking for something, Hunt? Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike. Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Look, as detective. I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges. Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man.
Koiko may be another derogative. For a person from Grad, you think.
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow him down.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no...
Yeah? Says who? Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koi.
He means the people living in Grad.
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk, those degenerates from Grad. Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise? Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't go...
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter. Had a royal life. Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in... Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck...
Hold on, Wandering Man. How can I help you? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It wasn't me.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go. There is nothing funky about them. Chips CF are a museum of lesser races. The mosquito...
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Yes, it is real. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yet? He must think redheads are immigrants.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken...
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the fight.
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Hul. From this leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal. Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Revacholians. I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition,
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him.
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of opposite. Find out for yourself.
Interesting. We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
Let me handle this. Detective Disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the... So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are... What are we going to do to you? The Union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not...
Goddamn.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress. Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems? Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people...
Just dock workers? Do dock workers spy on the police? We let you off easy, miss. Don't think...
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary. The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full flavor, clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers, and it comes free with a six-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. The words Roy d'Or are stamped in the contemporary period standstill, the fated carousel of progress.
This is where you say your bit.
Detective.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Do not let their squeals disturb your serenity. These are but simple peasants, sire.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We are looking for Titus Hardy.
Oh, this is about him.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and...
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than...
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy!
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked.
Easy, fellas. We got company.
Too late to stop you. You've already got them all, including the old bearded man who's smart enough to smoke instead of talk. As you can see, he doesn't speak a lot, and you almost missed.
Yeah! What brings you around, copper?
The pretty boy. You guys really love.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Container belt, like we use in the harbor? Because we took it from the harbor where we work. We did this together. All of us. Until he was goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that.
Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm R&E's goddamn spec.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some R&E's paratrooper song, and
we couldn't believe it either. But he fucking did. Right there.
Sire, the tale is true. This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
How many people have you sent to the Shays?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the coalition.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the coalition, dubbed Reunion by
Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in solitary?
So is hanging a man, slowly, without breaking his neck.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
Who do you fucking think does?
It wasn't a question, dickwad. How fucking stupid are you?
This asshole is worse than... Titus runs the Hardy Boys.
I think you got your answer.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as you don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night.
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first...
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus.
We hanged him up by his neck.
Didn't they teach you anything?
This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
Titus, you don't have to clarify.
We overpowered him. Dragged his unconscious body to the tree.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fuck.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up.
With numbers, asshole. How do you think?
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Weren't you fucking listening?
This one has a distinct style. He puts so much whiny emotion into everything he says, it's hard to see if he's lying. But he could. Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. Well, this one, but he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hope.
Like what, Copper?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Fuck, does Kuno care? So? North Jamrock. Kuno meant everything north of 881. The rooster fucked Kuno's words up. Kuno doesn't do south. Doesn't fuck with the madre.
Kuno sent your fat ass running.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now,
Good idea.
what is this? Trying to be cool with your new asshole? Kuno was just being nice to you. After this shit, you better have something.
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno does.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long...
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
I come from the woods, good Davidu. You
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the...
Yes? Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed then. If she's such a working class woman,
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs it is. I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
What with? My husband? No, he's not. I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with...
Where is this going, officer?
Yes, but... I don't really need to know where my husband is. No. Why are we still talking about this? I have...
it's got to be something else then. Why else would you be asking her?
No, absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking.
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from. My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Shamrock, safe and well? There is no investigation here. I can tell you that.
Okay, it must be asked then. What are you doing here? Why are you pursuing this?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get like this. It's better.
I don't even have a cockatoo.
It's a trap. Never ever say what.
Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing. Great. Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Wonderful. The story's open.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. The woman before you nods. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to sleep.
Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff. Don't get fucking clever with me, pig.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with. Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may... Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil...
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply an opening gambit, like you suggested, or a joke even. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea...
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allows he was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants. Surely you're joking. These people are killers. My only hope is that yours provides a single, concrete suspect before they indiscriminately... If you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The Débardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Seraï's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of...
These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded, as I said, a bloodbath.
It appears you found it, yes, and I'm not happy for you.
It doesn't have to be like this. Nameless, badgeless officer of the citizens' militia. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, a good one, and I may be able to defuse this situation. Not much. Their public resume is relatively good. As far as private military, they boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eintracht,
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors. Supramundi. Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in... If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the AC?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers, the remaining contractors. Their tribunal. That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked her...
The lieutenant consults his notebook.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
You'll meet her soon enough, you feel?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat...
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certain they don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. That's wise. Our goal is to avert catastrophe. Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this it's a matter of days, not weeks. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependency. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways. A sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolori. Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal. Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the...
The old world passing by.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports.
Vredefort? Vredefort has a military academy. The Seminese are...
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways.
For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
His platoon members? The other contractors, though I do not suggest...
You wouldn't even know where to start.
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. Is there anything else I can help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
It remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality.
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
She nods slowly.
A bird? This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, or 2. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise. Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo, really.
Splat, splat.
You could be wrong. But from here it appears as if she's running.
Wonderful. Glad to have been of assistance.
Tremble. The time is now. Taola. Time for the show. For Taola. The Ulogu Theodos. Xino Zausin. Ipoli Osidien. Echondes Fronisin. Yes, you spoke the words of the Palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, if it's totally also a coping mechanism. Okay, yes, maybe it is just the hangover talking. sturdy metal door. The door rattles against your knuckle. The door rattles again, but this time...
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more. The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No, I already told you. I won't be. Go check the backyard door.
Backyard door? There must be another end. You see a young man on a balcony.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness.
Is it really that important? All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run. I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme.
We will remove the body as soon as possible.
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating the...
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more...
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He's an actor, declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his...
You didn't answer the question. What were you...
I had a friend over. It was my Sunday friend.
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette.
My name? My name is Martin.
That's definitely not his real name.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice? No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance? For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
But, hold on. What's that? It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his...
A stone, like any other. There's a key beneath it. Rusty.
This must be for the front door. Pity he doesn't have the apartment number. We'll just have to go in and...
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchos.
This woman's health is failing her. There's not much to do.
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me. Now, what do you want from me, police?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Yes. I know who you mean.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear.
What's he in trouble for? Talk?
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to...
Thank you.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history. A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shut. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling. Those arches acted as support for some. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better part of the remains. This is where the damage came from. From somewhere in the inlet, the cannons. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as...
The streets will flow red once more, a great torrent rushing down Rue de Esp.
The streets will not flow red within.
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Heps, and here I was trying to be polite. Just can't.
A brush, an artist. The red splatter is urban expression. That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's red-dyed heavy fuel oil is only used in government vehicles, or at least...
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. This place is severely lacking in havoc. I thought I'd mix it up. You know, Have you ever tried your hand at graffiti-o? When faced with a blank wall, we rarely see pigs round here though. Yeah? Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me.
She means the opposite. She turns her head to face the coast and nods disdain. Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell. The woman on the boat.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her. On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world. Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her. What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank. Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage. I ain't no snitch, pigstein.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant. What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells? Ugh, alright, sad piggy. I'll give you this one. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. No, that's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. I have a weakness for animals.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss.
Watch your back.
Jamais vu. Derealization. Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. You hear someone walking around. The walking stops abruptly. You can feel tension on the other side. A poor communard from the looks of it.
Let's go. We don't have a reason.
It's generally easier to do things if you have a poor communard from the...
Let's go.
It's This door has been closed with a padlock. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. The lieutenant is concentrated on the hallway, scanning both ways. No reply. What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective. Perhaps you should give it another go.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls.
After you, Detective.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns.
The white star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool. Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty. That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white...
I'll keep my armistice handy, Detective.
He doesn't actually reach for his gun. The Star and Antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the... Even today, half a century after, the Star and Antlers retains the ability... Nothing at all yet. Right now, it's... This door is made of metal and a pit number 28.
Let's see if anyone's...
No one answered.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our... Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment...
Remember, tomorrow, he's... An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man. It still kind of looks like a map of the stuff for you to discover. Someone who knows about history. Gone. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Because you see it. Finally. This wall is sublime. All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pill. Oh, wall father.
Huh?
He sounds tired of it all. Cindy the Skull has all the necessary materials.
Mm-hmm. Sure. If you must.
Hello again, officers. I ain't no...
Actually...
We weren't part... Oh. Not only have you found...
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
The inspiration will come to her one.
Does anyone in a city like this? Yes. I keep hoping... Shoot, Piggy. What for? Well, if it's for art... But what kind of art are we talking about? Let me stop you right there, Piggy. You have no idea, do you? No idea. No brush? Fuck off. There, Piggy. I guess art just isn't really you. 'Cause you suck in life and in everything. That's pretty fucked up. Even for you, Piggo. I think everyone would rather you didn't. You're a real sad sack. You know that? Go ahead. Oh, but I'm all out of...
You know what you should be able to find in your government-issued vid? Are you kidding me? Fuel oil is so much cooler.
My fuel oil is for my kinema. Use your own fuel if you are unable to contain...
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye. So cool. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere. What are you? Deaf? They're perfect. Like rock star politician and drug addict. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it.
back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see. Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic. What I can do for you is...
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide? Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is precinct. Right.
10-4, come in. Fireworker. Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
This is precinct 57. Just a second, officer. Sylvie? Yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else? Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir. I am sorry about that. Anything else I can help you? 57.
In the cabin, you see a...
I've got nothing.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Yeah. My friends.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are...
You heard the man. Right here.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
We're not bees. We're men. We're so...
Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. So are the local gangs. The fucking bar.
Yeah. Where are they now, huh?
These people are trained military professionals.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and we got weapons of our own. We got ist. I guess we're gonna see.
That was an unsure phrasing.
Yeah. Like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? Big fucking surprise. What do you mean? Okay. No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative...
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that. Again, just get the dead guy.
Good one, Titus.
Yeah, lawman. What?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer.
Look, coppers. I know you think you're doing your job here, but there are 7 of us and 2 of you.
The bore's the size of your eye. I can almost see the stars. He doesn't actually want to hurt you. There's an easy way out of this. A self-deprecating joke.
Good one. You need to go cool off, right?
That won't be necessary. We'll be on our way for now. Let everybody...